Hi, this is Alcam. Welcome back to my channel. Well, I'm on the street of Teaneck. Nice sunny day. It's a nice day to put some disinfectant on an issue. I used to work for New York City Transit, and before then, its predecessor, New York City Transit Authority. The only difference is the name. But in the time I was there, around the late 80s, and we don't know why to this day, somebody thought it was a great idea to have a mascot for New York City Transit Authority and have a cartoon dog dressed as a motorman on all his important papers, posters, and everything else relating to train safety and stuff. And in fact, the dog was called the Underground Hound. Now, mind you, this is the 80s. So back then, in the 80s, a lot of things were not being respected. Gay rights, women's rights, African American rights, even to this day, and so on and so on, immigrant rights and so on. So all of a sudden, on publicly agency had on his important papers and stuff a cartoon dog. Now, for you ladies, you know that some people like to call you that word. So can you imagine the ladies that started working in transit, all of a sudden sees a cartoon dog, most likely male, in uniform, supposed to represent them. I didn't think so. We don't know if that crazy crap is still on the paperwork, but if you were to look it up, I'm sure you will find it. So remember, the 80s was do anything you want 80s. So, you know, sexual harassment was at its all-time high in the 80s, which unfortunately is what led to all the sexual harassment changes in the 90s. So, being that the majority of the people who probably came up with this crap were men to begin with, so it's not great. I remember one of the slogans that was used was, the Underground Hound always checks around. The idea was, he checks around his train for any defects or any problems. Unfortunately, when a dog always checks around, what's he looking for? Well, sometimes he's looking for food, sometimes he's looking for companionship. And unfortunately, being the New York City Transit Authority's sexual harassment workplace record, it's not very good. Yeah. We don't know if they ever had their own version of the boom, 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 or any of these other crazy stuff that a lot of other employers got in trouble with. So we have to bring it up because it's an important part of our history, unfortunately. It's history that they don't hardly like to talk about. So, how is it possible they got away with it? Well, being this is an authority, they could get away with a lot of stuff. Now, try to do that today. No. So, after all, since then, you do have two females who were presidents of the New York City Transit Authority or New York City Transit. So, I don't think that would apply with them today. But it was a vicious time. And luckily, somebody funny had common sense to get rid of this character and cartoon. So maybe if you know somebody who has the old bulletins and flyers and all that other stuff, maybe they could show you what the Underground Hound was all about. Even though it was meant for safety awareness, it was a big flop for the employees. Because who wants to be reminded that they look like a dog in their uniform? Nobody. That's not a very good look. New York City Transit. It's time you come up and confess to it, because I'm going to be spilling a lot more crap of yours next week's, months, maybe years to come. So this is Outcast saying so long for now, and don't forget to stop. The Underground Hound stinks all around.